This is something out of a movie. Unbelievable.
Start to apply the pressure listening to a 45-minute lecture. Intellectualism is conceptualism.
Vacant next-door store front leads to millions of dollars gone in an instant. That's the reality for the owners of a family-owned business after thieves break in and steal from a jewelry store in downtown L.A.
Look at this.
Let's go now live to downtown L.A. where Fox 11's Ed Lascos has more on this brazen heist. Ed.
And Susan, LAPD is handling all of this, one of the biggest jewelry heists in the history of LA's famed jewelry district. Millions of dollars worth of diamonds, diamond necklaces, diamond bracelets gone just like that in this elaborate heist. To the video we go, check it. Look at the huge gaping hole in the side of that big safe. This, the 500 block Broadway Love Jewel store is the target of this hit. But as Susan mentioned, it was the vacant building right next door they used to get in. They used that for cover. The jewelry thieves go in there and they start cutting their way through to the wall. 3-foot thick reinforced brick wall. They cut through that, tunnel their way in, get inside the jewelry store, and clean out not one, but two big safes. And when they get in there, they clip the wires so there's no security video. But before they do that...
Look at that. Doesn't that look like something out of a movie? Look at that. Come on. You think your average Joe Blow, Rico, Mike, Juan gonna be able to do all that? No. Come on. Do you think your average Joe Blow thief is gonna be able to do that? No, that looks professional. These people are like, wow, this is insane.
You can actually hear them cutting their way through the wall in that security video. Listen.
Wow.
I'd say upwards of 20 million.
20 million?
Yeah, about, maybe more or less. So it took over 20 years for my father to accumulate all that, and
years
overnight all taken.
What about insurance?
Like watches, rings, or what do you think?
Mostly just gold, chains. Like we specialize in gold, so chains and bracelets, and especially with gold today's at its all-time high. That
stuff should be insured though, right? Like, don't jewelry stores have their property items, gold, diamonds, all that insured?
It's a bad hit. I was even telling them, let's get out of the business.
Now live, they may do just that. He and his family get out of the business. He's not showing his face. He's worried about his own security until they make some arrest here. But as sad as this is, the family-owned business, 20-some years to accumulate all of that jewelry, the diamonds, and then just like that, it's gone. But no insurance. He said, he was telling me it would cost about $1 million to insure all of that. They couldn't afford that, so it's really a big-time hit, a big-time loss. But they're hoping for some arrest and hoping that they can recover, LAPD can recover some of that loot, Susan, as the investigation wide open this late hour.
Well, fingers crossed on that one, Ed. But how long did it take these thieves to break through and then have to cut into two safes?
Well, they were thinking that it was probably about a week, so they get into that vacant building, and they actually were smart enough. They put a lock on the door out front to make it look like it was untouched. They're thinking it was about a week to cut through that big brick wall and then tunnel down inside. And then they got in maybe late Saturday night, and they had, I should say late Sunday night, and they had all the way overnight until early this morning to cut through that safe. Two big safes they got into, and then they crated out all the bags worth of diamonds, a big-time heist.
Amazing. So brazen. Ed Lascos, thank you.
This is another heist that took place around this time last year. Do you think it's somewhat related? And we're going to chop this up at the end because this is another professional job.
A lot of unanswered questions tonight after a $30 million cash heist at a facility in Sylmar.
So was it an inside job? Fox 11's Susan Hirasuna looks at how this could happen.
Look at this, y'all.
See that? That hole is how a crew of burglars got inside Garda-World's secured facility. Those familiar with the investigation say at least 4 people knew how to cut through the concrete of the building to get inside. To get to the cash, they cut a hole in the ceiling in order to access the bolts on top of the vault. Cut those and you're in. World offers cash management for retailers and other businesses. Bills in all increments and coins were taken, totaling over $30 million. People who know security describe the kinds of systems that should have kept all that money safe.
Most facilities may have biometrics, some type of access control, high technology cameras, if you will, and just various technologies in place to ensure, as you mentioned, we talked earlier, 24/7 security guards, if you will.
To me, this is a no-brainer that this is a inside job, because a place like this has systems that are very sophisticated to protect the facility. Whether there's cameras galore, there's very sensitive alarms that pick up movement, sensors that pick up movement, anything like that. And to actually finally get to access to the safe, you need the access code, you need the passcode to get in there. Who's going to know that?
According to our sources, there were alarms that went off at the building, but it took a while for LAP to respond to find out how the thieves gained access to the building and to find the missing money. By then, the crooks were long gone. In Sylmar, Susan Hirasuna, Fox 11.
Wow. Okay, y'all. So what do you think? Could that be related? Could these be the same thing? I mean, when I saw that, I actually was thinking, wait a minute. So Easter is Sunday. Easter is Sunday. And when you see this video, it's going to be today. It's going to be that day. It's going to be today. So the jewelry heist, the first video that happened in LA, which was probably near the jewelry. If it wasn't in the jewelry district, it was around that area. The other heist was in LA. Cut through the roof. They cut through the wall. Y'all, this is in come on, professionals. And I feel like the people who went in the jewelry heist, who did the jewelry heist, was someone that had frequented the jewelry store. How else are they able to find out? I mean, how else would they know this? I just don't understand it. How else do they know this? And the people, they didn't have insurance on the jewelry. Don't jewelry stores have their jewelry insured? That is the thing, to have your jewelry insured. But it's sad. It's a sad situation. But this seems like this is a way of life for these people here. You got one that did the jewelry, one that did this other bank, but this place that they did in LA last year was the security of retailers. How about that? Still tied to retail locations. I don't know. That's kind of fishy. What do y'all think? Do y'all think it's any correlation? Why don't the people have this insured? And how did they get like you said, for the bank heist access codes? And we haven't heard anything about that. No news. We haven't heard if they caught anybody. I did a full video on this. I did a full video about that one, about the heist in LA last year for Easter. I sure did. And this one is another heist, but it's jewelry this time and around Easter. I don't know, y'all. What do y'all think? This is suspicious. Okay, great people. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Sad. Hopefully these people will be able to recoup and recover somehow, somewhere, who lost everything in the jewelry store. He said everything, 20 years worth of accumulation of things. So hopefully they're going to catch these guys and they're going to be able to recoup some of their merchandise. Yes, let's pray that for them. What do you think? Do you think those two heists are connected? Because I feel like they might know each other. All right, great people. Love you guys.